Hello everybody. You may wonder what is the market size for the green financing in Hong Kong for all the rooftop solar projects. Let me explain to you. This is the report that prepared by the EMSD of the government. In Hong Kong, there is a potential installed capacity for the PV solar projects about 568 megawatt up to 1 gigawatt. With the annual electricity generation 505,000 megawatt hour, which is really high, because in Hong Kong, all the space can be available for the PV solar system is the rooftop solar space. This project I can share with you by email, but this figure is very conservative. The actual figure should be at least 50% more than this figure. But anyway, this is the official report, so we take this figure as the base of our data for our analysis. There are a lot of website software that you can use to generate a simulated return of the PV solar projects. But the most important and most famous one is this SolarGs. And you can click this super link and visit the website. According to the SolarGs report, in Hong Kong, for each kilowatt solar panel, you can create 1,273 kilowatt hour per year. This is also quite high compared with other countries in Southeast Asia. The Hong Kong government, EMSD, also compiled a radiation resources map. Okay, I capture these pictures here, but if you click this link, you can get into the website and you can enlarge it and make it smaller and bigger, and you can see all the buildings, and you can see how good the rooftop of the building can fit for the solar system. The redder the picture, the better the resources for the solar. The solar energy output can be easily simulated and calculated from the PV software. And the simulated figure is very, very close to the real performance according to our experience. I have examples of the projects that I can share with you all the figures, compare with the simulated figures and actual performance. In Hong Kong, we have the FIT, feed-in tariff system, which is quite different from the other countries. For example, like in Japan, Southeast Asia, and Taiwan, normally if you have invested in a solar farm system, you have to refer to a PPA, which is power purchasing agreement. And the agreement is going to be signed by the investor and the grid operator. But in Hong Kong, by law, the government already signed the contracts with the two grid companies. The two grid companies are obliged to buy the power from the solar systems, 3 Hong Kong dollars per kilowatt hour. That is by law, they need to do it. Actually, the electricity cost in Hong Kong is already increased from 1.5 Hong Kong dollars per kilowatt hour last year up to this year about 2 Hong Kong dollars per kilowatt hour. And we believe that after 10 years' time, this utility electricity cost is going to be increased to more than 3 Hong Kong dollars per kilowatt hour. You may wonder what is the cost for installing a solar system in the rooftop space of the building. This is the average typical cost for a typical rooftop solar system. For the materials, the total cost will be about 6.3 Hong Kong dollars per watt. Installation cost will be about 5.7 Hong Kong dollars per watt. And the metering and grid connections will be about 1 Hong Kong dollars. The total cost will be about 13 Hong Kong dollars per watt. Now this is only an average cost. Each project will be different. Some might be higher than 13 and the other might be much lower than 13 Hong Kong dollars. But average is about 13 Hong Kong dollars. Let's assume that 13 Hong Kong dollars is the cost per watt that we can compare and put it into the financial model. Okay, I take a typical example of 200 kilowatt system. 200 kilowatt system. Normally, our solar panel has 545 watts per panel. So we need about 367 solar panels to set up this 200 kilowatt solar system. For the EPC cost per watt will be Hong Kong dollars 13 per watt, 13 Hong Kong dollars per watt. The FIT, the feed-in tariff, is 3 Hong Kong dollars. So the total cost for the EPC capex will be 2.6 million Hong Kong dollars. So if the investor put up 20% of the equity investment, which is 520,000 Hong Kong dollars, the bank has the opportunity to finance the whole project, 2.08 million Hong Kong dollars. Okay, the leverage IRR for the investor will be 25%, which is really high, which is really good business and really good investment. And that offers you as a bank a very good opportunity for doing the project financing. Okay, again, according to the report that compiled by EMSD, the average potential PV capacity will be 785 megawatts, which will have the solar output kilowatt hour about 693 kilowatt hour. Okay, the total project cost is 10 billion Hong Kong dollars. The total annual feed-in tariff income will be 2 billion Hong Kong dollars. If you use 5 years as a bank financing average tenure, so the total financing opportunity will be 10.4 billion Hong Kong dollars. I repeat, the total average market size for the project financing will be this figure, 10.2 billion Hong Kong dollars. And the total average market size for leasing financing will be 10.4 billion Hong Kong dollars. There are two ways of green financing for solar projects, which is quite good opportunity for the bank, for the financial institutes. First one is the project financing. Okay, so before the investor starts the construction and installation of the solar system, they go to the bank and ask for the project financing. For a typical 200 kilowatt projects, solar panels 545 watt per panel, and number of solar panels 367 pieces, 13 Hong Kong dollars per watt for the EPC cost, and the FIT is 3 Hong Kong dollars. Okay, the total EPC cost will be 200 kilowatt times 13 Hong Kong dollars, which is 2.6 million Hong Kong dollars, the total project EPC cost. And the investor put up 20% of the equity, which is 520,000 Hong Kong dollars. And the bank will finance the projects by 80% of the total EPC cost, which is 2.08 million Hong Kong dollars. The bank long term can be 5 years at the interest rate of 6% or 7%. It's up to the bank to decide. The borrower will be PV investor or the rooftop owner. Okay, collateral will be the FIT, the feed-in tariff income, and or the rooftop property. Okay, financing will be started on the date upon the FIT approval date. Verification body, you can use HKQAA or BSI, the British Standard Institute, to do the verification to make sure the financial model is correct and the simulated income will be correct. So the first opportunity for the banks to do financing is what we call project financing. Another one is the equipment leasing. So equipment leasing means that you have to construct and install the solar system and connect it to the grid. So you show the figures that how much income per month you can get. In that way, you can lease the equipment with the bank financing. So the leasing financing is like this. The figure, the typical solar systems figure is the same as the previous one. So now the total project EPC cost is the same, which is 2.6 million Hong Kong dollars. The annual FIT income will be 763,000 Hong Kong dollars. The total feed-in tariff of 5 years will be 3.8 million Hong Kong dollars. Okay, this one. So the equipment leasing can be based on the 70% of the 5 years feed-in tariff income, which is 2.67 million Hong Kong dollars. The borrower is the PV investor or the rooftop owner, and the collateral will be the feed-in tariff income. And the project and the company's shares need to be charged by the bank. Financing starting date will be upon the grid connection. That will be everything completed, connected to the grid. And after that, you show data to the bank, and let's start the equipment leasing. The verification body, again, you can use HKQAA or BSI to do the verification. Okay, so this is what I can explain to you about the market size of the green financing for solar projects in Hong Kong, and also what is the ways of doing project financing in Hong Kong. Thank you very much. Thank you.